Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Madden 2002 in the Cowboys franchise. We are here now following a whole bunch of games that ended poorly for us, but we are heading to Green Bay, to Lambeau Field for the first time in this franchise. We are heading to Lambeau to take on the Packers, the Green Bay Packers, who are shockingly, despite all the stars you see on the screen, all the rankings between the two of us, we have like the same record. Well, I think we're both entering this game as a 3 or 4 win team. So yeah, it's not great. Both teams have struggled mightily this season for some reason. It's the thing about these Madden sims, bro. Even good rosters end up struggling. I mean, you've seen all the bad years in these first 4 that the Eagles have had, with some of their best teams. By this point they'd be playing for, NFC championships and Super Bowls, or getting close rather. But they've been bad pretty much every year, and then the same thing with the Packers. The Packers are pretty good with Favre around this time, but for some reason the Madden sim is just not giving them the attention. And even though our team has gotten exponentially better over these 4 years in terms of the stats and the rankings and numbers, it has not worked out. So by this point, you could pretty safely say that playoffs are about out of view for us. And so we're kind of just watching to watch, really. I mean, the year's basically over. You guys could tell me if you don't even want to watch the games when we're eliminated, or if you still just want to see us finish it. I feel like we got to finish the year, especially in Lambeau. Come on. And when Chuck Dunn's making throws like this down the middle, I mean, do you not want to see that? Because I want to see our rookie quarterback, or young quarterback rather, at least show some flashes, because he's been a little dangerous this year. So we got to see some quite the performance from him and the rest of the team here. But on a 3rd and long, Dunn steps up in the pocket and floats one across the middle to Kelly, the backup tight end, who catches it and turns direction up steam here, goes north instead of east and west, and gets not just the first down but several more. So a very physical play by Kelly here. That was a play before the sticks, well short of the sticks, and he found a way to not just extend that play but get the first down and get even more yardage, get another 5 or 6 yards on the play. So good for him. Good for him. It's a guy who's probably not going to stick around for super long because we have Clark now, but on another 3rd down, the play is basically breaking down. Dunn, running for his life, dots one to the corner of the end zone, tries to find Ishmael, and he cannot find him. So the pressure was coming quickly to Green Bay, sending the entire kitchen sink. And Dunn, good job of just keeping that play alive rather than just hitting the dirt here and at least getting that football to the end zone. But still, going to have to send out Stuckey here to knock this one through for 3 points, and he does. So we're going to take a 3-0 lead over the Packers here early on in this game after killing quite a bit of clock here in the first quarter. And that is going to end the first quarter. Yeah, so yeah, like I was saying, we're both 4-8 teams. So after 12 weeks in the season, we were both 4-8. So yeah, you could probably safely say 8-8's our best bet. I think we would need a lot of help up front in the playoff order to even kind of keep things alive. But Green Bay is doing their job and making that difficult for us as Favre, man, all the way from about the 40-yard line. Our 40-yard line just absolutely dials one up and finds an open receiver downfield. I think it was Westbrook again who was getting mossed on that left side. That left side's been weak for us, even though we have Bryant on that side. So we're another 3rd down here for the Cowboy offense, and this time Chuck Dunn is able to extend the drive by finding Joey Galloway. We haven't seen a lot of connections between Dunn and Galloway in the past few weeks. I feel like we've been kind of struggling to see a lot of production from those two guys, but it does show up here in Green Bay. So on another 3rd and 9, Green Bay's defense not giving us anything easy, and it's Joey Galloway again just ripping that football out of the air. A beautiful one-handed grab surrounded by Packer defenders, but he does manage to haul that football in and get close to the goal line. I thought he might have had a chance to get into the end zone. That would have been a spectacular highlight reel play after that kind of catch, but he is brought down short here at about the Green Bay 3 or 4 yard line. So we're going to cut to a 2nd and goal in I formation. It's a long goal-to-go situation. We're going to hand it to Roland Rich, and Roland Rich is going to find an open hole, spin off of a tackle, and get into the end zone for his first touchdown of the day. He has had himself quite the season here. He's on a track to hit that 1,000-yard mark, and to get a rookie running back to hit 1,000 yards would be absolutely amazing, man. We really need to replace that Emmitt Smith production because we've struggled to do it. So 10-7 is your score here, but we have another opportunity before the half is over. Chuck Dunn, is this an arm punt or is that a completion? And it's going to be a completion as he finds wide open downfield. I think it's Raggy Bishmael who he managed to hit. And it is. It's Raggy Ishmael. So, old reliable, man. Either Ishmael or Galloway on either side. Just throw it up, and someone's got to be there, right? An amazing deep ball here. A 50-yard pass from Chuck Dunn. Flips the field entirely, and now gives us an opportunity for 7 before the end of half. So, we're going to still hand the ball off here. And Roland Rich has a nice little running lane on the outside here. But unfortunately, Larry Allen, man, our Pro Bowl left guard, he's been to 2 straight Pro Bowls. He's going to get a little bit too much of the jersey here off of the snap, and so that's going to really kind of curtail how this drive goes here. We're going to need to at least get another 5 or 10 yards to even make this one easy for Stuckey. So on 2nd and 19, and Chuck Dunn manages to make that happen as he finds Clark as he gets brought down. And I don't think that's a first down. Was that the original line of scrimmage, or was that the first down sticks? And it was the first down sticks. So not just getting the 19 yards, but getting a brand new first down, brand new set of downs. So on 1st and 10, Chuck Dunn flips this one out to Galloway, who's got clear space in front of him, and he's in the end zone for another touchdown. So we are cooking here right now, late in the half. So Green Bay still has an opportunity with 25 seconds left on the clock here, and Brett Favre is going to dial up this interception now, and he's going to find Westbrook. So Westbrook gets lost earlier in the game here, but he finds himself perfectly in front of Freeman this time to pick that ball off. So now we have another opportunity for points here late in the half. Dunn with some pressure here. He's going to flip it off to Lawton, who's going to get popped, man. He's going to get the brain bucket popped off in a big tackle. Just gets absolutely hammered. Big ol' hit. So we can see Lawton's beautiful looks here as we get close to the sticks here, but time is gonna tick here, and because of the timeout situation, we're gonna send out Stuckey here to just take another 3 points and extend our lead further. Nothing wrong with getting a free 3 points off of an interception, but Green Bay here, 1 second on the clock after the kickoff. They have 1 second. They're just gonna run it out, and no, don't tell me. Do not tell me. Shakes off Wooden, the safety. He's got a step. And Westbrook manages to get him by the shoestrings. Oh, I thought we were going to give up another big one, man. We've seen a lot of big runs in this season, and Myers is absolutely feeling himself, the running back for the Packers. But he gets brought down short before getting into the end zone. Thank the Lord. So our 20-7 lead is going to hold here in the first half. So it's a nice sizable lead, but we've seen a choke before in the previous video. And is it going to happen? As Myers still feasting here in the second half as he gets some space on the outside edge. Breaks off Wooden, the strong safety, and finally gets brought down by a couple big linebackers. So on a 2nd and 8, Green Bay's going to stick with the ground game, and it completely blows up in their face as Myers fumbles the football. So he was really feasting here at the end of the first half and at the beginning of the second half here, but he finally makes a crucial mistake in the cold weather. He puts the football on the ground, and so now we have this one going the other way at about midfield, and now we're going to hand off to our running back, Roland Rich, who's got some space on the outside, and he's got some clear and open grass, and he's finally going to get brought down by Green Bay safety, but not before picking up about 20 yards on the ground. So he's continuing to have himself quite a productive day. Roland Rich, we love seeing him, man. I really didn't want to give up on Bruce Perry, but Roland Rich has had himself quite the rookie season. I cannot be upset about that. So the third quarter is going to come to a close, and we look to be in the driver's seat, especially where we're at on the field. So on a 3rd and 4, I'm going to try and throw off the Packers with a delayed handoff, and they are not fooled one bit as they stop Roland Rich at the line of scrimmage. So we're going to have to take another 3 points. Does not really help our situation. You might even think about going for it on 4th down in this kind of situation. But given how the season has gone, you're better off probably just taking the points and making Green Bay try and fight for it. So 23-7 is going to be your score here. It's a 16-point lead. So Green Bay, 2nd and 10. Now pressure's on to Favre, and he gets rid of it to Myers, the running back. And Myers gets around Jared O'Neal, but Jared O'Neal catching up to the play and making the touchdown-saving tackle. Good play by Jared O'Neal, but still big for our defense to give up a huge completion to Myers, who's continuing to gash our team here despite the fumble. So Favre drops back here, thinks about throwing it, does throw it, and unleashes it, and he finds Schroeder along the sidelines, who hauls that one in. I think that's Schroeder from Detroit, isn't it? I think he was the receiver for Detroit in this game, I think. But anyway, on a 3rd and 13 here, now Green Bay's going to have to dump this one off as nobody is open. Coakley playing some pretty great defense over there in the tight end. And so Green Bay here on 4th and 13, it's desperation mode. Every drive is going to be 4-down territory. And so Favre stands back firm and unloads to the end zone, and he finds Freeman in double coverage, who hauls this one in for his 2nd touchdown of the game. Very, very unfortunate here for the Cowboys defense, who seem to be really in good position to cause this not conversion of the fourth down. You had Wood in the safety and Westbrook over there, and neither of them could make a play on the football. So Green Bay going for 2 here because they are down 16, so they could manage to get back into this game. And the play breaks down immediately, but Brett Favre somehow finds open space here to get into the end zone. So that play was gone, dead to rights. We had guys in the backfield off of the snap, and somehow Brett Favre isn't tackled and gets into the end zone. So they do get the 2-point conversion. And now on the next drive here, they're going to get an even bigger help from the run game. That's not even Myers, their main running back. It's their backup running back, and he finds some open space on the outside and gets into the end zone for another Packer touchdown. So Green Bay has now basically just eviscerated the lead that we had here. All they need is a 2-point conversion, and they will tie this ball game. Or rather, I think they will take the lead over if they manage to get this 2-point conversion. So now Green Bay, Favre's got to silence the crowd here because they are now back into this thing after they thought this game was essentially over entering the fourth quarter. There's now some new signs of life, and they're going to hand it back to the same running back, and he is back into the end zone. So Green Bay, both running backs, Parker and Myers, are really producing for Green Bay in this game, kind of keeping them alive here. So it's a new, completely different ball game now, and Dallas really got to fight here. We really got to fight. So on a 3rd and 10, Chuck Dunn, of course, that clutch gene that we have failed to see like all year, all year. Chuck Dunn throws this one about 10 yards in front of the nearest receiver. So on the punt now, 4th and 10, Gordon's going to have to punt this one away here, and Green Bay is going to field it not so cleanly as it is muffed. And you got a couple guys down there trying to pick it up, and it is picked up finally by a Dallas defender. And so that is the 3rd turnover for the Packers, and that's going to put us in the driver's seat now. So on 3rd and 8, all we need to do is get a couple first downs and just kind of coax this one through here and see if we can kind of take the lead here and get some score, get some points on the board here, and try and walk away here. So under a minute now, we cannot get the first down, so we're going to bring out Stuckey here as time is down to 1 second, and we are going to kick this go-ahead field goal if we can nail it through, and we do. Thank the Lord. Thank heaven above. We managed to win this ball game. After the Packers erased the 16-point deficit and managed to tie up the game, we get off of that muffed punt. Green Bay essentially loses the game as they give us the football deep in their own end, and we are able to just work enough time off of the clock so that we can get that game-winning field goal kick. So still another pretty terrible showing from, I don't even know who you reprimand for this, because defense played great for about 3/4 of this game, and then completely fell apart here in the end. And then the offense really didn't do anything to keep the game manageable for the defense. So I guess, I don't know, everyone kind of gets it. Chuck Dunn, again, not a great game. The completion percentage really kind of tanks that rating, but he does get over 200 yards and a touchdown, so I can't be super mad. Roland Rich with 83 yards and a touchdown for him as well. Clark leading the charge. Galloway with the most yards, though, which is nice to see from him. Jared O'Neal leads the team in tackles, along with Westbrook and Coakley. Westbrook also had the pick. So moving ahead now, we lose our next 2 division games against the Giants and the Eagles, cementing pretty much either a 6-10 or 5-11 record. Really huge fall off after the 10-6 year we had last year. We completely flip our record. It looks like Philly's probably going to win the NFC East as the division's really bad. So this is going to pretty much be a consolation game against the Skins here in Washington. So hope to see you guys for our final game of year number 4 when we take on the Skins.